Deep inside a peaceful green forest lived a small community of mice near a sparkling stream. They were cheerful little creatures, hardworking, playful, and full of life. High above them, in the branches of a tall banyan tree, lived their colorful friend, Milo, a bright green parrot with a red beak and a big heart. Milo often kept watch over the forest, calling out to his tiny friends whenever danger came close. And in that same forest roamed a herd of mighty elephants, led by the gentle and wise Eka, whose footsteps echoed softly through the trees as they went in search of food and water. One sunny morning, the mice were busy gathering grains when suddenly Milo swooped down in a hurry. "Ravi! Ravi!" he squawked. "Eka and his herd are coming this way. If they walk through here, your tunnels will be crushed." The mice froze in fear. Their homes, their families, everything could be destroyed. But the leader of the mice, Ravi, a tiny creature with a brave heart, took a deep breath and said, "Don't worry, I'll speak to them." So Ravi and a few of his friends ran to meet the elephants. When they reached, they looked up. The elephants looked enormous, their shadows stretching across the ground. But Ravi stood firm and called out politely, "Great elephant, please take another path today. My friends live near the stream, and your herd might step on our homes." Eka, the wise old elephant, lowered his trunk and said gently, "How can someone so small be so brave?" Ravi smiled and said, "If you show us kindness today, I promise that someday, if you ever need help, we'll be there for you." The elephants looked at one another in amusement. How could such tiny creatures ever help them? But Eka admired Ravi's courage. He nodded kindly. "Very well, little one, we'll take another path." From that day, the elephants and the mice became friends. Whenever they met in the forest, they greeted each other with smiles, the big and the small, living together in peace. But one dark afternoon, everything changed. The king's soldiers entered the forest. They captured Eka and his herd, tying them with thick ropes to take them away for war. The elephants tried to break free, but the ropes were too strong. Eka sighed sadly, "If only our little friends were here." High above, Milo the parrot saw everything. He flapped his wings and flew as fast as he could toward the mice's burrow. "Ravi, the elephants have been captured. They need your help now." Without wasting a moment, Ravi gathered all his friends. Hundreds of mice followed him into the moonlit forest, their tiny feet making soft rustling sounds in the leaves. When they reached the trapped elephants, Ravi whispered, "Start chewing." The mice climbed the ropes and began to bite with their sharp little teeth. Rope after rope, knot after knot, they worked tirelessly. The elephants watched in awe as the tiny creatures did what no one else could. By sunrise, the last rope fell to the ground. The elephants were free. Eka lifted his trunk high and trumpeted joyfully, a sound that echoed through the forest. "Ravi, my friend," said Eka, "you kept your promise. You've shown us that no one is too small to make a big difference." The mice cheered. Milo flapped his wings happily, calling out, "See, size doesn't matter when your heart is big enough." From that day onward, the elephants and the mice shared a bond stronger than ever. Whenever the herd walked through the forest, they did so gently, always watching where they stepped. This story reminds us of something powerful. No matter how big or small we are, no matter how strong or weak we seem, kindness, loyalty, and courage are what truly make us great. Because real friendship doesn't measure size, it measures heart. Sometimes we think only big actions can change our lives. But the truth is, even the smallest things can make the biggest difference. A small saving every day can build a future of security. A short, honest talk can heal a broken relationship. A tiny act of kindness can restore someone's hope. Just like the little mice who saved the mighty elephants. Your smallest step, your smallest effort, your smallest habit can bring a great change. Greatness doesn't always come with noise or fame. Sometimes it lives quietly in the simple things we do every day. A kind word, a helping hand, a thoughtful choice. Because in the end, even the smallest can do great things.